I kind of obliterated more than just an office, if you know what I mean.
No, they're beasts. 1,000 cc's and 100 horsepower, but they handle like cows if you're too heavy on the throttle. We started the movie with 28. We're down to 19 just from rehearsals.
Conspiracies and action thrillers set on a secret military base in the Alps and its surrounding villages. I get to double the lead. This stunt is based around the chase on snowmobiles, with me chasing. At the end, I need to dive from my seat before the snowmobile crashes. This sequence involves big roof jumps. In the hardest one, I need to land on the balcony of the building opposite and crash through the window.
What's up, everybody? This is Thunder from HG Central, and welcome to part 4 of Stuntman, where we're now on to the 4th film, where this is definitely okay then. This is definitely where the difficulty really ramps up. This is Conspiracy. While there's only 3 stunts in this one, and the first stunt is admittedly not that difficult, and even the last one not really difficult. The middle one is definitely going to be a treat, but first we got to get through this one. Mostly you're just chasing the other snowmobile. That's about it. You're chasing the other snowmobile whilst on a snowmobile. Because yes, you get to drive a snowmobile in this game. And run into that if you're stupid enough. But anyways, this is mostly just chasing, a bunch of jumps, just getting onto things, running into a couple things, that's about it. It's not really anything too overly dramatic or something that would be very difficult to get the hang of. So this should not take you many attempts whatsoever. Maybe just a couple at least, just to get it down. I mean, the snowmobile does have awkward handling, and it does just rev a lot, as you can easily hear. But, you know, not once you get it down, you can get it down, and it's, well, you can kind of expect from there, I guess, to be honest. And as for the finale for this is jump off before hitting a blazer. Kind of a strange ending for that, don't you think? And of course, the snowmobile is our reward because we just driven it, so that's our new car. And another ramp as an arena toy. But there's a bit of an extra for that. But again, bonus video for that. Next stunt.
This sequence is the lead character's snowmobile being chased by armed microlights and snowmobiles. There's a number of explosions here. I need to get close to them. This chase also includes a big gorge jump and avoiding falling trees.
Now, do you remember in the first part where I said this game could get to levels of Nintendo hard? Well, this mission, or stunt, sorry, right here, completely fits that goddamn trope. Oh my god, is this one difficult. I think this took me nearly 40 attempts until I got the perfect 100% run. Let me try to explain. As you notice, there's been a whole bunch of explosions I already had. The biggest problem with them is that the timing to get those explosions down sometimes is very, very accurate. If you're just a little bit, and I mean a little bit off, you're gonna fail that. And that's a really agonizingly annoying part to take care of. And as well, a lot of this is at a speed, you have a whole bunch of jumps, so it's easy for you to lose control and get all through everywhere. And then this part is difficult too, because there's many times you may not even be able to hit the microlight. So it's easy to fail in way too many aspects of this part, and you're just going at such a high rate of speed throughout all of it that your amount of control is severely worsened. Anyways, I will just mention real quick, because I had a friend of mine on Skype actually tell me about this, because though I already knew about it when I mentioned in part 2 on how heinous this car in Whoopin' and a Hollerin' was still going, as of course some of you probably know, not every scene is done in chronological order. Now, I think it said the number scene for the director said was after the scene in which he has the explosion, but I forget, so I just wanted to mention that is a thing where people, you know, when they make movies, not all the scenes are recorded in chronological. They may do a scene about 2/3 into the film before they get to one at the beginning. That's just how it is. Anyways, this is a goddamn hard one, as I mentioned earlier, but you already knew that. And our prize car is the Blazer that we ran into at the end of the snowmobile stunt for the first one, because, look, Blazers are awesome, okay? I love them. And a new arena toy, which is a fire gate, which you probably saw in the first arena stunt in part 1. Anyways, third and final stunt for Conspiracy.
It's okay. When you're taking a dip, we use Lexan bulletproof plastic as the windscreen and put bars behind it to stop it coming in on impact. There are divers with cutting equipment and an air tank with an octopus breather all set to get you out if anything gets complicated. And I'll have a mini air tank strapped down inside the car and an air regulator valve taped to my wrist too, just in case.
The movie action here picks up from the previous sequence. My character runs from the wreck to the RV. He's chasing someone who just tried to kill him. At the end of the stunt, I smash into the moving cable car.
Would you believe it? The last stunt in Conspiracy, you're not even in a snowmobile. You actually are in what appears to be similar to a BMW X5. But I will say about this vehicle, you may want to pay close attention to the way it looks later on for part 6. Because there's another vehicle that we're going to have, and you may want to keep mind of the way this looks compared to another vehicle later on. Just to let you know. Anyways, this is a pretty interesting one. You're basically driving through an icy river throughout most of it. Now, the only problem with it is that, of course, as you probably expect, you have less grip, less traction on the ice river, so it's easy for you to slide and run into the rocks that I just try to narrowly avoid. But, you know, it's not very difficult, to be perfectly honest, because most of it is just chasing, and of the things you need to run into, they're fairly easy to end up hitting, so pretty much, yeah, it's what you could expect. So this is probably the most used to Blazer we'll have gotten. At least this. Kind of sad because when I record all this and I don't remember using the Blazer for anything. I should have used it for something later on. Excuse me, but I didn't because I forget things too easily. But yeah, definitely out of all the Conspiracy stunts, I'd say this one's my favorite because it's definitely the most interesting, and it's not the giant pain in the ass that the Microlights one is. So, did not take me long to get 100% on this, and you get an explosive finish. And the car is mostly intact with just minor damage. That's how BMWs are made, possibly. I wouldn't know for sure, though. And, of course, there's the BMW X5 lookalike car thing as a reward. And for our promotion, we get a nice rally car here. It looks pretty sweet. Kind of, the way it's designed, kind of reminds me of an MG Metro, possibly, or a Lancia Delta. Like the two cars into one, possibly, for some things. This is one of my favorite promotion cars by far. It's just pretty badass. And an arena toy is a trailer with a target on it. Again, I'll try to show this off in a bonus video. I'll have to figure out how I'm going to do that bonus video. But anyways, let's go see our movie trailer with our awesome stunts.
It's a killing on a military base no one wants to know about. He only gets as far as we let him.
He's still the best military attorney I know.
He's finished. You don't recover from a case like that. That's why I'm here. They need me to fail.
You find anything, and I mean anything, you come straight to me.
He can be controlled.
You gotta think real hard, Tom. Real hard about who you trust.
I found more than I was supposed to find. My suspects know everything about me.
He's too close.
You gotta get out of there, Tom.
I'm a
station.
Where are you gonna go?
Conspiracy. Suspect everyone.
Hey everybody, Monster Truck Mayhem is now just a few minutes away. The course that we're using for time trials today is littered with wrecks. And you're going to see the monster truck drive all over these as he tries to beat the clock.
A monster truck. A fucking monster truck. Hell yeah. It's unfortunate though that it's not the black and flamed one that you see in the picture there. As far as I recall, that was originally supposed to be the one that you're going to be driving, but Thunderfoot is an actual, it was an actual thing. I don't know if it still is today. It probably is. Wouldn't be surprised. But I guess before the game came out, they were able to get a sponsorship deal with Thunderfoot to use the logo and whatnot on a monster truck, so I guess that's why they went with this instead. But yeah, basically, all you're really doing in here is just driving over the monster trucks yeah, driving over monster trucks, totally. You're driving over the cars with the monster truck and just try to beat the time. That's pretty much all there is to this one. And it's kind of fun, just, you know, to drive around and topple the cars. But, you know, just because, you know, you've driven all these kind of things, like you've driven a police car, you've driven high-powered muscle cars, you've driven, at this point, a tuk-tuk and a snowmobile, and now you get to drive a goddamn monster truck. And I almost flipped it at that point, but thankfully managed to keep it on my wheels. And the pile was getting so ruined there that I can't even really drive over them properly, so, oh well. But, yep, just, I don't really have what else I can explain here, but pretty much, I think I actually will say, I think the way I'm going to do my bonus video is I'll show off all the arena toys in like further category and whatnot. Now, the way I'm going to show them is going to require some jump cuts and whatnot because of the way the game works with them, but it should be pretty interesting to see how I decide to edit that video. That'll probably be one of the biggest edits. But anyways, that's the monster trucks. And as you probably would have expected, that's our new car. The monster truck is ours. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just nice to get some of these cars as prizes. Anyways, so that's going to cover it for part 4. And next up in part 5, we will be taking a look at the Scarab of Lost Souls. As for now, thank you guys for watching and stay tuned on YouTube and OrGameAnyone.com.